Hello, my Storytime friends, and welcome. Today we are doing, what are we doing? All things lions and tigers. That's right. Are you ready to roar and probably do a little bit of growling as well? All right, well, let's go ahead and let's get started with our opening song. So I need you to get your hands ready because that's how we're gonna open and shut them. Are you ready? Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Lay them on your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Great job. And so our first book is The Lion Inside. I wonder what it's inside. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiniful house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got stepped on and sat on. Oh, ouch! He missed out on stuff, ignored and forgotten. His mouse life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was Lion O'Clock. This huge, toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could, what's he gonna do? Roar! That's right. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He loved flexing his biceps and wowing the crowd. Yes, all were impressed by his mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then late one dark night in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped in to his head. He leaped up in the darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouth with the weeniest squeak were a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But it wouldn't be easy. There was only one beast who could teach them this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong, take a chance after all. Forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought, like a winner, he'd set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do, but if you want things to change, you first have to change you. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then at last, as he stood on his tippy toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Ahem. Go. Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak, Mr. Lion. What I've come to you for is squeak. Do you think you could teach me your roar? I think you can. A silence befell that twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time went so slowly. It felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out a eek! Oh my goodness. The lion curled up in a terrible ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together, be pals to the end. That was a magical moment for sure, when the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked the rock better, now that the rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head. And Lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Isn't that wonderful? They actually got to be great friends and share the rock. All right, so let's go ahead and do our song. So if you want to, you can stand up, you can sit down, but I think we're going to do some spelling. And we've got to spell tiger. Can you spell tiger with me? T-I-G-E-R. That's right. So go ahead, and since there are 5 letters, let's go ahead and let's count up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know a big cat with some stripes, and Tiger is his name. Oh, T-I-G-E-R, 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 and Tiger is his name. Oh, I know a big lion with some stripes, and Tiger is his name. Oh, I-G-E-R, 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 and Tiger is his name. Oh, and you can keep going and going and just keep clapping in place of the letters that you're taking away. All right, so our next book, oh, what is that? Can you see what's on there? Tiny little fly. Oh, that doesn't look like a fly, does it? My, oh my, tiny little fly sees great big toes. What kind of toes are those? Tiny little fly sits on elephant's nose. Oh, goodness. Great big elephant winks one eye, says to himself, I'm gonna catch that fly. You think so? Great big elephant winks the other eye. Tramp, crush, tramp. But off flies the fly. It's fast. My, oh my, tiny little fly says, what's this here? Oh, what do you think? What's that going to be? Great big hippo, and settles on his ear. Great big hippo winks one eye, says to himself, I'm gonna catch that fly. Great big hippo winks the other eye. Roll, squash, roll, but off flies the fly. My, oh my, tiny little fly, see some stripy paws. Uh-oh. It's a great big tiger and settles on her claws. Whew. It's brave, tiny little fly. Great big tiger winks one eye, says to herself, I'm going to catch that fly. Great big tiger winks the other eye. Swoop, snatch, swoop, but off flies the fly. Just can't catch that fly. Great big elephant, tramp, crash, tramp. Great big hippo, roll, squash, roll. Great big tiger, swoop, snatch, swoop. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. And tiny little fly, 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 fly. Tiny little fly winks one eye. See you all soon. Bye, everyone. Bye. No one could catch the fly, could they? No. Well, go ahead and stand up with me again, and we're going to do another song. And can you roar? And then later on, we're going to growl. That's right. You ready? Okay. Let's see. We counted up to 5 a while ago. So maybe we should count down from 5. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The lion in the jungle goes roar, 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 roar. The lion in the jungle goes roar, 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 all day long. The tiger in the jungle goes growl, 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 growl. The tiger in the jungle goes growl, 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 all day long. All right, my storytime friends, we've done all of our books and all of our songs, so that means it's time that we have to say goodbye. We'll do our goodbye song. Do you remember we used our hands to open and to close them? That's what we're going to do again. Okay. We're going to open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Raise your hands up high. We're going to open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Wave and say goodbye. Goodbye, my storytime friends. See you next time. Bye.